For the upcoming 2 weeks, I'll be playing tournaments in Cyprus. Can I book my first winning trip of the year, or will I be stuck even more? My bankroll could definitely use an injection of dollars, and if it goes the other way, I might need to rethink if I'm on the right path. Arrived here yesterday, starting my poker campaign. In 1 hour, 2k warm-up tournament, 1 million guaranteed. Nice sunny day to be inside and play some cards. This is vlog number 3. Day 1 is over, this is how it went. Cutoff player, regular player from Belarus raises to 4,000, big stack. Small blind regular player from Poland on the tighter side calls, and I have a decision with king queen suited. I could squeeze, but since small blind is on a tighter side and his range is way tighter than your usual small blind range, I decided to just call. And yeah, flop is jack 10. It goes check around. Turn is 8, double flush draw, and small blind now leads strange sizing, a little bit less than 50%. A little bit suspicious, but I decided to call and see what happens on the river in position. And opener also calls. So now river is an ace, which is not bad from the first side. Small blind checks, and now I have a decision to bet myself or check. It's a dangerous board, and I decided to bet and fold to any significant action. So I bet 75%. I could have bluffs like king 9 with missed flush draw, 8 x of diamonds, 9 x of diamonds, queen x of diamonds, queen x of clubs. So there are some potential bluffs. And opener folds, and now small blind goes all in. And at this point, I was thinking that he wouldn't bet his ace jack so small on the turn. He could probably bet ace 10 like this, ace x, but also ace x is a decent bluff catcher, so it's actually quite tough for him to bluff in this situation. But I ended up calling, and he had pocket tens, so this was quite a big mistake, I'd say, on my part. It's really tough for him to bluff, and he might have 0 bluffs in this situation, so I just burned all of my stack like this. Bet is okay on the river, I think, but when I get check shoved, I should just fold and leave myself with 62,000. Busted 15 minutes till the end of day 1. Played really good till this hand, but yeah, I made a mistake. Just found a way to get rid of my chips, and have to admit it was a mistake. We'll go again tomorrow. Try my best tomorrow. Okay, this didn't go too well or too long. It took one hand, a little bit boiled, a little bit tilted. Yeah, here's the hand. So I sit down at the table, I look down, that's my first hand. I have 2 black aces, pretty nice start. I raise to 1300, cut off calls with 60,000, and now button, older gentleman, looks like a recreational, squeezes to 5.3. I 4-bet to 16,000. He calls. Flop is 9-4-4 with 2 clubs. I bet 1/3. He calls. Turn is jack of clubs. Still okay for my hand, especially having ace of clubs. So I continue betting. 22,500 into 58,000. He calls. But before calling, he says, "What do you have? Aces, kings, queens?" Like he is tanking and speaking with me. And after the speech, he throws in the chips to call. So I already am suspicious here. Like, why do you start speaking like this? It looked very strong. but okay, let's see the river, and the river is Jack of Spades, so it's only one combination of pocket jacks left, because yeah, I thought he might have full house on the turn already. Um, so yeah, I decided to just go all in and charge his queens, kings in this situation. But he snap calls me and he has pocket nines. So his speech on the turn was indeed quite strong. So my read was correct, but I'm out of the tournament in one hand.
Yeah, after turn, when he started the speech, I already felt something's wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure on the river if I can just check fold, but yeah, I made an information shove about his speech, and turns out, yeah, that he was quite strong. Yeah, gonna drink this tea and probably get back in there. Started with 200 big blinds, so it's still early stage of the tournament, so we have plenty of time. Let's get them. We'll fight till the end. Day 1B is finished, and this is how it went.
So I re-entered the tournament again, and it's first orbit. I played already two hands, lost them both. Now I had Queen Jack of Diamonds. I raised to 2.2k. Asian guy from the cutoff re-raises me. I call to see the flop, and flop is quite nice. 9-8, 5. I have a straight flush draw. I could lead this flop. I decide to check, and he continues with 6.5k. I raise to 21,000, and he calls. Turn is deuce of spades, and now I have a decision on what to do, and I decide to go all in. And I'm thinking, okay, here we go again. I'm all in again with queen high on the turn, but if he calls, I have outs, and I can fold out some hands. I represent sets. I can have two pair. I can have a hand like queens played like this. So he tanks for a while and ends up folding, and I pick up a nice pot without showdown. So low jack opens, min raise, a recreational player, active player, cutoff calls, button also calls, and I look down, I see red aces in the small blind. I'm thinking of the sizing. I want the opener to call as wide as possible, so I don't go too big, but also I can't go too small to let cutoff and button in the pot. So I go for 13,000. Opener calls, cutoff folds, and button folds as well. Cutoff tanked for a long time before folding, and we are heads up against this guy, so it's not a bad situation. Flop is king high. I bet quite small, a little over 20%, and he just goes all in. I call, obviously, and he has king four of diamonds, so it's a coin flip basically. Turn is a nice ace, and the river is a magical five of clubs. So pick up a nice pot, and cutoff told that he had pocket sevens. So if he calls, it would be very interesting. Very interesting. I would probably bet he goes all in, and then he goes all in as well on the flop. So I would have a decision, and with that dynamics, I would probably call and win even bigger pot, but it's already not bad. Almost 100 big blind spots, so we definitely take it. Everyone folds to me on the button. I look down and I see queen ten of hearts. I raise. Big blind, older gentleman, recreational player, looks like calls. Flop is jack, jack free. No backdoor flush for me. A continuation bet, 25%. He calls. Turn is a deuce. And here I decide to bet. I have queen and 10 wrapped around these two jacks beautifully. I can fold out ace-x right away, some king highs as well. So I think this bet will accomplish a lot. I bet 75% and he calls rather quickly. And river is a 4, completing some straight draws, barreling the turn. He checks and I have a nice hand to bluff, unblocking the clubs. And it felt that he's on the weaker side on the turn when he calls very fast. So I decided to bluff this one and I bet 25,000. He thinks for a very long time and ends up calling with 6-3 of clubs. So nice call by him. And on the river, I could go bigger, uh, like a little bit bigger at least, like pot or a little, or some overbet with my read especially, that he's probably not having a jack to put more pressure. And when he calls and he's wrong, he still has a comfortable stack, so people usually call more in these situations when it's like not influencing their situation too much. So I should put a little bit more pressure with bigger sizing. But yeah, I think this is a good candidate to triple barrel for this run out.
So yeah, a lot of action. Nice stack for day two. Day two is tomorrow, 350k. Big blind's gonna be 2.5k. That's it for today. See you tomorrow. On my way to day two of the warm up. Time to crush. First break, had 315,000. Started with 350. Wild table. I have Ludovic Gailik on my left with like 1 million chips. Lebanese guys, no walks, that's for sure. Very likely we're gonna play some big pots. Had one spot where I opened pocket ends from under the gun line. Player next to me re-raised. Ludovic Gailik cold call, another guy cold call. Small blind goes all in for 70,000. It was 28 blinds. I ended up folding my tens. 3-better folded as well. Ludovic Gailik went all in with pocket sixes, and another guy who called as well. He had pocket jacks, and the guy who shoved 70,000 had pocket eights. So late reg is still open, and people are looking to spin up some nice stacks. Another break, last one of the day. Uneventful 3 hours of play, folded a lot and doubled some short stacks, and now I'm gonna be short myself. 135,000, big blind's gonna be 10k, so 13 and a half blinds. 160 people left or so. In the money, I think around 100. Still many players to bust. And let's find the bag for day 3. Under the gun player shoved all in for 135,000 or so, or 140. In 7-handed table, blind 10,000, so 14 blinds. I had pocket tens with 56,000. I called and I was flipping for my tournament live here. Yeah, flop is queen high, so we're good. Asian guy folded 1 ace, so it's less outs for him. Turn is a 3, and river is an 8. Found a double up, and I'm up to 140,000.
Oh, you're losing 100%.
Last time it worked. Split is okay. No split. GG. 3 pair. Day 2 is over. Not for everybody. Finished it a little bit earlier. 110 for something like that, with 87 in the money. Ended up getting it in with ace queen against Asian recreational aces. So quite a frustrating day. I want some kebab. There should be some good kebab today. Saturday is day for kebabs here, so let's fucking go. After dinner, so final thoughts about the warm-up. I made some normal folds, but table was quite weak, and there were like 2 spots where I could open hands out of range, like go way wider, because nobody would punish me. But I skipped those loose opens, and yeah, if I take those, maybe I could have some more chips and I wouldn't need to go all in with ace queen. But overall, quite happy with my play today. Just a lot of folding. Gonna go play 1K turbo tournament. It already started, so gonna jump in level 3 probably. Let's take it down. Tournament is over. I had a semi-deep run, so it was hyper turbo. 10 people left, blind 6,000, 12,000. Everyone folds to chip leader in the small blind. He has 600,000, goes all in for my 85,000. So 7 big blinds. I look down, ace 10 of clubs. I call. Flop 9-9, king 2 clubs. Turn is jack of clubs, so I hit a flush. But river is a killer 5. He makes a full house and I finish in 10th place for 1,975. So, and I fired 2 bullets, so ended up in small minus. The first place was 26,000. Nice little hyper, but yeah, ended up in 10th. Almost 3 o'clock at night. Gonna go sleep. And tomorrow 5K high roller in the evening. Time to rest now. On my way to 5K high roller. I had the massage, played some ball. Now gonna play some cards. What are you gonna play?
The high roller. You know why?
Why?
Because I can't.
Well, let's fucking go. Day 1 is finished. Some hands from day 1. Everyone folds to me in the cutoff. I open ace 4 off. Small blind recreational player calls. We are both deep stacked. And he leads 2/3 on the flop, which is an interesting choice. I call with my middle pair. Turn is a free, bringing me gut shot. He goes big again, like 70%. I call. And river is a deuce, and he bets 20,000. 25 big blinds, and here he might have 8s, 9s, maybe 10s sometimes, but yeah, he's not repping too much, and it's just a strange line. So I look him up, and he has Queen of Hearts, 10 of Clubs for a creative bluff, but it doesn't work this time. Finished the day with 202,000. Plenty of time to rest and be fresh again for tomorrow. I open Jack 10 off from the hijack. Big blind recreational player from Russia calls, older gentleman. Flop is king high with 2 hearts, and I have open-ender flush draw, open-ender straight draw. He checks, and I check back. I don't want to bet call, and I have a lot of equity, but I don't want to get check raised. So I check back. Turn is 4, bringing double flush draw, and he leads 4,000, a little bit less than 25%. So it looked like he has some 8 or 9 or just 6, 7 or something. So I decided to just raise, and to my surprise he goes all in, and after some tanking, and at this point I'm thinking, I thought that he doesn't have king, but now he might have something like king with 2 clubs, like very strong hand or something like that. But yeah, I need to call 27,000 for 73,000 pot, and I thought that sometimes he might have like 10-7, 6-7 of clubs or something like that, and or just a 9 and played like that. So I have outs, and I decided to call, and he had king jack to my surprise. River is a blank, and I lose a big one. So he tricked me with the turn sizing, interesting sizing, and yeah, I made a mistake by interpreting his sizing like this, but usually in my experience that's a weaker sizing. I don't know, he tricked me and he got the chips, he got the double up, so good for him. Late reg is over, 1 bullet, still have some chips, time to spin it up. Just got back home after the day, 5k. After dinner break was nurturing my shortish stack. Got down to 10 blinds at some point, then got up to 20. Doubled up with aces against king jack offsuit, had 210,000. Opened ace king off under the gun, 7-handed table. Got free bet from aggressive player, aggressive regular. From middle position, got it in, and he snap called. And yeah, he had it. He had the rockets, and that's how it went. 60th place, 39 in the money, 260k for first. Nice tournament, but I'm out, unfortunately. Painful, but that's how it goes. Jack 10 offhand is tricky one. Could definitely just call on the turn, but I don't know, felt his sizing tricked me. Yeah, I didn't expect to see top pair there with such sizing, so lost a decent one there. Tomorrow is the main event. Good night for today. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning. 3k main event, day 1-8, and I have some fun hands right away. Here is the first hand. We get 5-4 of clubs. I raise small blind, very active, very aggressive Russian player, recreational player, calls. As you can see, he's already down almost half of his stack. He bluffed it off to somebody at the table, so 2 players call. Big blind is a regular good player from Belarus. They check to me, I bet 50% with my open-ender and backdoor flush draw. Small blind calls, big blind misclick raises, just min raise. He wanted to raise more, but ends up raising like this. He looked weak, but I wanted to keep the small blind in the pot, so I didn't re-raise. And if I hit my straight, I thought he can pay me off big time, so I just call. Small blind calls as well. Turn is 10 of diamonds. Big blind, they both check to me now. I decide to turn my hand into bluff. Not turn, but I decide to bet my hand 75% or so. Small blind calls, big blind gets out of the way, and river is a 4, backdoor flush draw came, and now he goes all in. He could have, flop was 9 of hearts and not 9 of diamonds, and deuce was deuce of diamonds. So he could have 9x of diamonds, 3x of diamonds, some ace high flushes, but he's not shoving all of these flushes on the river. That's also a fact. He could still trap those. So he's wrapping flushes in these situations. Maybe I was afraid that he could have something like 6-5 off as well. He is that crazy that he could call turn with gut shot, and yeah, that makes my bluff on the turn actually not as good, but probably he folds those gut shots on the turn to big sizing. I end up folding, long story short, and he shows me 8-7 off, 2 black cards. So yeah, he bluffed me, and it was a painful one, but good for him, good for him. Yeah, so after this hand I lost a big portion of my stack, and right after this hand followed. Yeah, I look down at ace-8 of clubs, I raise again. I got re-raised by looks like Bulgarian player. I haven't seen him before, so might be a recreational, but he re-raises quite small, very small sizing. Our Russian friend from the hand before calls from the button, another guy calls from the big blind, and yeah, I decided to re-raise to 15,000, and I thought that the free better will get out of the way very often, and I will play a pot against the button, and potentially this guy might join also, but his range is quite weak, so I don't mind. But most often I thought I will play a 4-bet pot against the Russian player who plays like all the deck, so I'll be in good shape against his range. But to my surprise, and the guy who re-raised me calls, Russian player also calls, and big blind gets out of the way. Flop is king high with my backdoor flush draw. I continuation bet, free better calls, and Russian gets out of the way. Turn is a 9, and now I decided to put maximum pressure on flush draws like ace queen, ace jack, ace 10 of spades, queen jack of spades, jack 10 of spades if he has those. Also queens, jacks, 10s, hands like this, and I go all in with my gut shot. Optimistic all in, to be honest. And he thinks for 5 seconds and calls, and he has ace king. So I draw. I'm drawing for 4 outs, and here is the 5 of clubs, so no help from the deck, and I'm out just like that in 2 hands. Not my best performance, to be honest. It was quick, obviously. Took me 2 hands to put on fire 200 big blinds. 5-4 suited hand, actually I'm a little disappointed because I didn't think for longer about the call. I know this player, and he's like might be the craziest player, top 3 crazy or top 2 craziest players of all tournament, and I folded relatively quickly, not quickly, but I fought a little bit, and it's yeah, it's a tough spot obviously, but I could find the call, and with ace-8 suited, it's dicey, let's put it this way. Gonna go have some tea, relax a little bit more, and jump back right in there. Main event, second bullet. Here are some nice hands. Everyone folds to me on the button. I find ace queen off. I raise. Small blind makes a small re-raise. Big blind comes along, and at this point I feel like I have the best hand, so I go ahead and 4-bet to 20,000. Small blind looked weak with the sizing and his timing and everything, so he gets out of the way, and big blind comes along. He is a Russian player, live player slash recreational player. He likes to see flops a lot, so
I expect him to have still quite a wide range. Flop is 10 high with 3 diamonds. I have ace of diamonds. He checks, and I decide to bet quite big on such texture. I bet 20,000. He calls, and turn is a beautiful, beautiful lady from the Kingdom of Diamonds. So I have the nuts. He checks. I check back, and river is another diamond. He checks. I go all in. He tanked forever, like 2-3 minutes, and ends up calling, and I win the massive pot. He just mucked his hand straight into the deck. He didn't want to show, although it was all in call, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We win the hand and the big pot. Hijack player raises, recreational player with 50 big blinds. I'm in the cutoff with Jack 9 of clubs, decide to re-raise, want to play a heads up pot against him. And button, big stack, 4 bets, like a thinking player, but not too active, but not too passive. So don't expect him to have very wide range here, but I have a nice hand to call and hit big and stack his over pairs, or win a pot without showdown if I find a way. Flop is 7 high with my backdoor flush draw. I check, he bets very small, 14,000, 25%, and I decided to go for a aggressive check raise. He calls, and turn is 10 of diamonds, and here I decided to put maximum pressure on his ace kings, ace queens. Maybe if he has a bluff like ace 5, then he would fold that as well. So I just go all in, and he looks down at his cards and he makes the call, and he has pocket kings, river. I'm drawing to 4 outs again, and I don't hit my outs in a huge pot, over 200 big blind spot in the main event. Very unnecessary, and I'm out again. So yeah, busted second bullet as well. Not my brightest day of performance. Yeah, just a little bit too spicy. Today wanted to win too much. Tried to win a tournament in 1 day, and that's the result. 2 bullets, so not gonna re-enter today anymore. Main event for today is over. Get back to it tomorrow.